first met your mother, she said that it wouldn't last. Got talking to your
Asking who am I is thinking like a critic. Asking who do I want to become is thinking like an artist. Be an artist. We are both the creator and the created. We can change who we are and become who we've always dreamed to be.
I'm not trying to change your life, I'll try to stay away. And after it all ends, I hope that you will get your way.
Now that you are gone, you're here more than ever before. I try and run away, but every road just leads to you. I know that I was wrong, but that don't matter much anymore. Now that my heart's hit the floor, and now that I run for the door.
One night stands all for somebody else, 'cause I can't give up all this love for myself.
Don't you try me that text, 'cause I won't reply. No, I'm not that guy.
I'm not the type of guy to buy you every single thing you've ever wanted. And it weighs on my heart, and it weighs on my heart.
Hey guys, welcome back from that small intro I made for you. You guys are watching Fluffy Flamingos, where we teach you cool magic tricks and how to better your films. But today, I'd actually like to focus on something different. Today, I wanted to focus on a line of thinking that we usually forget to think about. The greatest performers, celebrities, actors, musicians, whatever you want to think about, they are where they are today because they decided to reach out to the world through their own lens. My lens to the world that I look through is through cameras and through magic. Could be video, could be photo, could be street magic, could be Instagram magic. Doesn't really matter because those are the tools that I use to make my voice louder. So here's going to be 4 tips to help you find your voice, what tools you need in order to reach out into the world in your own way. This is to help you find out how to use that lens to ask yourself, who do you want to be? Because the easiest way to become that person that you're dreaming to be is to know who that person is. When I first started on YouTube, when I was making videos and everything, I was a mess. I was all over the place. I had no firm idea of what I wanted to do. But because I did that, I eventually grew out of that little phase and began to know what I like out of all those things I was doing. I didn't really like the game portion I was doing either. I just really liked magic and I really liked camera. And through all that experimentation, that's where I figured out this is what I want to do. And so that is tip number 1, experimentation. Before you start going crazy with all these ideas and posting them everywhere, I would caution you to slow down and to grab a notebook. The easiest way to sort through your ideas is to write them down, look through your ideas constantly, because it'll do 2 things. 1, it'll spark more ideas later on, or 2, you can develop on the consistent ideas that you already have in the notebook. Write down a couple of things you'd like to try. Origami, tuba, food critic. The world is your oyster, so use it to the best ability you can. Take advantage of that. Before you start posting anything, here is tip number 2, filtering. Now that you have a list of things that you'd like to do, and now that you've done them and recorded them or whatever it is you want to do, before you go out and do it or post it, what you need to do is filter it. So I'm not going to go watch a gaming channel if it's going to have like every other video is about a guy playing saxophone. I'm not going to go to Chris Ramsey's channel and find out more about science, because that's not what he talks about. So figure out your handle, your gimmick. What is your thing? What is your channel going to be about? What is your Instagram going to be about? What is your performance going to be about? Filter what you're going to do and narrow down your field. So take 1 or 2 of those things, maybe combine them if you'd like, and just go for it. Which leads us to tip number 3, taking the leap. Once you know what you have, just pump it out there. Once I discovered that my true passion is to make people smile through the camera and through the magic aspect of my life, that's when I really got ahead of things and started just making it better for myself, better as to how I do it, That's when I figured out the best way to do it, is just constantly. Because that way I get more practice, I get more ideas, more thoughts, more experience. Just pump it over and over, video after video, picture after picture, performance after performance, time and time again. Make yourself loud, make yourself experienced by doing so. Because the more you do it, the more credibility you have. Oh, I know after 5 years of filming that I should really charge my batteries before I start filming anything. I need to prepare my sets before I go out and do an actual show that I'm being paid for. Which brings us to our last tip, which is correcting. Constantly look back on your projects. What do you love about your projects? What do you not love about your projects? It took me a long time to figure out my setup. It used to be on the other side of the room, but it's so bare, I really didn't like it. Now it's a little too full for my taste. I can't keep my lighting consistent because I use natural lighting at the same time as I'm using my inner lighting. But I'm not too worried about that because I know soon I'm gonna have a very special room, a studio for myself, where I'm going to be able to control the lighting much better. I'm going to be able to control how clean it looks, how non-bare it looks. Right now I've jumped back and forth from a bare wall to a crazy background, and I'm gonna find an in-between. And so right now I'm not too worried about it because it's the content that matters, not exactly why does he have a flamingo in the corner? Why does he wear glasses? I don't understand why he's wearing these glasses. These are obviously fake. It's my thing. You know, I like to wear these glasses. I like to have a flamingo as my logo. That's my gimmick, my thing. Just find the in-between and improve. I don't like the clutter, so I'm gonna fix the clutter. I love the glasses. I'm gonna wear the glasses. I hope that these 4 tips were helpful for you in some way to start your journey on creativity. I know I've been talking a lot about video and picture and performing, but it's so much more than that. You can do, this applies to so many things beyond that. Music, literature, if you're writing an essay for class, if it's for a thesis, if you're actually putting out a magazine for a school or a newspaper, you just don't know how to do it, you just gotta get out there. You gotta start writing, start putting that stuff down. That applies to other things like media, or even being social. How do I get to be social? Well, you have to go out and do it constantly. But putting these 4 together will start your path in a very positive way. If you do this consistently, and I mean constantly, like always go back, always think of a new thing you could do. I promise you, you'll get better results. You'll have more fun with it. You'll challenge yourself at the same time. Looking back at my videos, I realized that I changed a lot of my channel a lot of the time. It used to be such a very weird, it was just like me, and then the background was my bed, and then I would just do like little skits or little games, or like talk to the camera about an issue I was thinking about. Now, where I have a more interesting setup, I have a brand that I've created for myself, I have a more concise project that I'm working on, which is magic and filming. And my biggest gimmick is talking about connection to other people. So on this channel, I'll talk a lot about my personal life at the same time so you can understand who I am more and how it can relate to you and how it can actually benefit you hearing the stories that I have gone through. And I promise you, you'll get better. Rome was not built in a day, so don't expect to be the next best whatever you want to be tomorrow. You can take someone's time. You say, can I take a minute? Give me a minute. Do you mind if I take some of your time up today? But the truth is, everyone has the same amount of time. And all we can really do is share that time with each other. It's the most precious thing we have, which is why I think this video is so important, to know who you can be and to work towards that and put yourself out there and share your time with everyone else. Share your talents, share your personality, share your views, because it is valuable, and it'll be valuable to someone else too. Help clarify something for someone, help uplift someone, inspire someone. Your voice has a strong impact, so be careful how you use it, but if you use it precisely and positively, you can make a change. One person is enough to make a big difference. That's all we have time for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you guys in any way, shape, or form. I'll see you guys in the next video on Fluffy Flamingos. Have a great afternoon.